The crowd roared, not cheers but jeers. Zayn tasted dust, felt the sting of defeat. He had failed. Worse, he had failed publicly. His body ached, but the real pain was deeper, a crushing weight on his soul. He had always been the underdog, the boy with dreams bigger than his fists. He trained harder, pushed further, but talent seemed to elude him. This loss, however, felt different. It was a breaking point. As he limped away, each step echoed his failure. The world shrunk. Zayn's once vibrant spirit dulled, cloaked in shame. He was trapped in a cycle of self-doubt and recrimination, every thought a whisper of his inadequacy. He saw pity in his loved one's eyes, a reflection of his own self-loathing. Their words of comfort felt hollow, unable to penetrate the darkness that had enveloped him. Sleep offered no escape, only a relentless replay of his defeat. Loneliness became his constant companion, a suffocating presence. He was adrift, lost in a sea of self-doubt, the shore of hope a distant fading memory. Days bled into weeks. Zayn existed in a fog of despair. One evening, a stray dog, small and timid, wandered into his yard. It was emaciated, its fur matted, its spirit broken. Zayn, in a rare moment of empathy beyond his own pain, coaxed the creature closer. He offered it water, then food. As he watched the dog cautiously eat, a flicker of something stirred within him. The next day he sought out the dog again. It came hesitantly, but it came. Days turned into a routine. Zayn cared for the dog, nursed it back to health. In its recovery he saw a reflection of the fight he had lost in himself. The dog, now stronger, would run alongside Zayn as he went for walks. The walks became jogs, then runs. Zayn, driven by a newfound purpose, started pushing himself, his body protesting at first, then slowly responding. He sought out his old trainer, a grizzled veteran who had seen both triumph and failure. The man looked at him, eyes filled with concern, but also a glimmer of understanding. They started slowly, rebuilding the foundation that had crumbled. Each day was a battle against physical limitations and the insidious whispers of doubt. Pain became a constant companion, a reminder of his commitment. He embraced the struggle, finding a strange solace in the exertion. The training was relentless. Zayn pushed himself to the brink and beyond. There were days when his body screamed for him to stop, when the familiar darkness threatened to engulf him once more. But now, there was something else. A flicker of steel in his eyes, a refusal to yield. He remembered the dog, its resilience, its unwavering spirit. It fueled him, pushed him forward when his own resolve wavered. He was no longer training for victory, not yet. He was training for something more profound, for the right to look at himself in the mirror and see something other than defeat. Section 6. The Transformation. The transformation was gradual, almost imperceptible at first. The doubt in Zayn's eyes began to fade, replaced by a quiet determination. His body, once thin and wiry, became lean and strong, honed by relentless training. He carried himself differently, shoulders squared, head held high. The whispers no longer held power over him. He had faced his demons and emerged, not unscathed, but unbroken. He was not the same boy who had tasted the bitterness of defeat. He had been forged in the fires of adversity, his spirit tempered into something stronger, more resilient. Section 7. The Return. The news spread like wildfire. Zayn was back. There were murmurs, skepticism in some quarters, cautious curiosity in others. He paid them no heed. He had nothing to prove to anyone but himself. The day arrived. The same arena, the same roaring crowd. But this time something was different. Gone was the fear, the self-doubt. In its place, a quiet confidence, born of countless hours of sweat and sacrifice. He stepped into the arena, his gaze steady, his steps measured. The crowd's noise faded, the world shrinking to the space within the ring. This time, he was ready. Section 8. Recognition. The fight was brutal, a testament to the months of grueling training. Zayn fought with a ferocity that surprised everyone, even himself. He wasn't just fighting to win, He was fighting to prove something to the world and, most importantly, to himself. The crowd, initially skeptical, was captivated by his tenacity, his sheer refusal to back down. Cheers erupted, replacing the jeers of the past. This time, when he raised his arms in victory, it was not a claim of superiority but a celebration of resilience. The recognition he received was not for inherent talent but for something far more profound: the indomitable spirit of a young man who refused to be defined by his failures. Section 9. The Indomitable Spirit. Zayn's journey was a testament to the power of the human spirit. It was a story about the transformative power of adversity, the strength that can be found in the darkest of times. His victory was not just in the arena, but in the depths of his own being. He had faced his demons, conquered his doubts, and emerged stronger, more resilient than before. His story was a beacon of hope, a reminder that even in the face of overwhelming odds, the human spirit, fueled by determination and an unwavering belief in oneself, can overcome any obstacle.